We're always investigating, and tonight we're taking a closer look at Illinois' assault weapons ban. It is now being reviewed by a federal appeals court. Suzanne Le Mignot walks us through what the deciding factors are when it comes to defining an assault weapon in the state. And a warning here for viewers, this story contains the sights and sounds of guns being fired.
Listen to the sound of this gun. This Taurus TX-22 caliber handgun is an assault weapon and illegal in the state of Illinois. Now, listen to this. That's a Smith & Wesson 500, billed as one of the most powerful revolvers in the world today, and it's legal to own it in Illinois. Firearms expert and private detective Sergio Saratella took us to Guncology, the gun store and shooting range he owns in Lockport, to show us what these weapons can do. Saratella also explained under state law how a simple design difference determines what is an assault weapon.
Things like whether a stock has a thumb hole, things like whether a weapon has a pistol grip on it, has no effect on the form or function of the weapon. Otherwise, is strictly cosmetic design differences.
Now, these 12-gauge shotguns look exactly the same, right? But the difference here making this illegal in the state of Illinois is this pistol grip. A federal judge recently struck down Illinois' assault weapons ban, ruling it violates the 2nd and 14th Amendments of the Constitution. It's now being reviewed by a federal appeals court.
The definition is so broad and covers things that have no bearing on the mechanical function of firearms or the ballistic performance of ammunition. So a lot of the criteria that the state of Illinois uses to define something as an assault weapon strains logic.
Saratella showed us this example.
The one and only element that makes this an assault weapon in the state of Illinois is the barrel shroud. And this functions to protect the shooter from a hot barrel.
34 years ago, when I was a brand new patrolman on the street, everybody had a revolver. You had 6 shots, maybe 5 shots, and that was it.
Former First Deputy Superintendent of Chicago Police, Anthony Riccio, says today officers on the street are often outgunned.
Now we see these weapons that can fire 30, 40, 50 rounds with extended magazines. It's a threat to law enforcement. It's a threat to all of us, quite frankly. But it's a threat to law enforcement on the street as well. We're no longer the dominant force when it comes to firearms on the street.
Riccio says the solution lies with having a deterrent factor when it comes to the assault weapons ban, and that's putting people in jail when they break the law. Suzanne Le Mignot, CBS News, Chicago.